Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's Marquita from AtHomeWithQuita. So glad that you're here today to catch a planner lineup video. So I haven't done one of these in some time. I thought I would share with you guys all of the planners that I'm using for the remainder of the year. So as you guys know, I have simplified a lot. You'd be so proud of me. So I'm going to share with you everything. I'm going to show you what planners I'm using now, and I'm also going to talk to you about how I use them. So if you're new to my channel, I do hope that you'll stick around and consider subscribing. I also hope that you will give me a thumbs up on this video if you enjoy it. So let's jump on into this video. I'm really excited about it. Hopefully you are too. If you want to see my planner lineup, make sure to keep watching. Y'all, so I'm really excited to share with you guys all of the planners that I'm using. I think I did one of these at the beginning of the year, but it is time again to share with you guys mid-year what I'm using. So let's jump on in. No need to talk and chat your ear off. I'm just going to show you those planners, okay? So first and foremost is my catch-all planner. I thought I would start with my most important planner and then I'll work my way down. So this is how my catch-all planner looks. If you've never seen it before, this is it. So I've got my Notique cover situation on the outside, and it is so gorgeous. This is the stone gray, and as you can see, she's very, very chunky. She's got a lot going on, and she's super important to my life. This is where I house most everything with the exception of business. So I'm going to flip you through really quickly the sections just so I can show you kind of how things are structured, just in case this is your first time seeing any of these types of videos on my channel. I have done flip throughs in the past, so I'm not going to do a detailed flip through, but I'm just going to show you just on the surface level kind of how I have things structured in this planner, and I'll talk to you a little bit more about how I use it. So if we open up my catch-all planner, as you can see, I like things that look good, that look pretty, that are very simple. I am a simple girl now. You guys remember I used to be filled with color and all the things, and now I am just more of a simple planner. I like neutral tones. I love pops of color here and there, but it's very minimal. So that's how the inside cover looks. I've got our new inbox and project sticky notes here because these just are working for me right now, and I like to have them tucked in the pocket. I also have our transparent sticky notes here for pre-planning, and then I've got a notepad on the bottom that helps me to just gather my thoughts. And so as you can see, clear cover here, or this is actually our frosted cover with the clear discs over here. It is pretty thick. I've got a lot going on in here. I have my side tabs there. These are all in the shop. Everything that you're going to see in this video is in our shop, Fancy Plans Co. And so you can pick it up there if you have an interest. I am also working on building a collection of Quita's planner favorites. So it'll be exactly how this is set up in a collection to make it easy for you to just order the whole thing if you want, because that is probably one of the highest requested things I get. Can I just buy a planner that's set up exactly like this? So I'm going to create a collection like that where you can just go in and you can see all the items I have here, and you can build your planner based on what you see. So stay tuned, it's coming. And so this is how everything is set up. So I just literally open this up and slide it right on in the pocket, and there you have her. So I normally keep 2 pens here. I keep the Sharpie S-Gel in white, and then I also keep the Papermate Inkjoy gel pen, or excuse me, it's not the Inkjoy gel, it's the Papermate Flare. I also have a bow there just for, you know, looks, and this is just a very functional planner for me. So I'm going to go through this rather quickly because I don't want to draw this out again. I do have several flip throughs of this planner on my channel if you want to see an in-depth look. We've just got some journaling cards there, a pocket folder with inbox stuff in there. This is all for looks, and I do use them from time to time, like the washi. This card that says beautiful, capable, worthy just makes me feel good when I flip to this page. We've got some dot stickers, some transparent flags over here on one of our vellums, a calendar journal card and photo here. Then this is name vellum, calendar at a glance pages, which is what I use to plan things out way ahead of time. And then we get to our clear pages. We have this in a ton of varieties. It's a clear overlay page that you lay on, and you can stack different things. So as you can see, I've stacked it along with some floral vellum. So that's what you see there. And then we get to our first subject. So just to give you an idea of that, calendar, home, meal planning, family, finances, health. And then we've got faith, school, personal, self-care, brain dump, and we've got lists. So we do have divider dashboards like this. These are frosted. They come in side tabs or top tabs. Of course, the top tab quantity would be a little bit different from side tab. So let's talk about that. We've got today, and this just gets me to my day. And then we've got next month, routines, fitness, notes. So my routines actually is in my family section. So side tab family, front tab or top tab routines. And then my fitness is in the health section. So top tab fitness, side tab health. So just to kind of let you know how things are typically structured. All right, so let's get back to the monthly. I got a little plastic card here. We have a ton of these in the shop as well. This is our how to plan your day, and this is in clear. So it's just a little clear plastic card that you can slide right into our adhesive pockets, which we have for every single size, and it'll just give you a little pop of inspo. So in the calendar section, that's about how thick it is right there. We have our regular monthly calendar, which I keep about a month in here at a time, and sometimes two. And that is pretty much it. So we do actually have July, and then I have a tab here for next month, and that gets me to August. And that's it. So I've just got 2 months in there. Then we get to home. This is a very essential section. I'm working on a declutter plan. This came in our home management box, which we are going to be re-releasing. Just in case you're wondering, I know some people weren't able to get their hands on one, so we are going to be re-releasing it. And so that way, if you want to get your hands on one of these, that will be the time. But of course, we'll let you guys know. So it came with some decluttering challenge inserts, which we are going to be starting in August. So I'm really excited about that. Of course, I'll be posting in the group, and we'll kind of hopefully be going through this thing together. And then we've got our weekly cleaning routine inserts in here. I'm working on rewriting it. I do a new one pretty much every week. So I used our script stickers to indicate those rooms that I want to make sure I focus on that particular day. And I've got a few of those in here, along with a cleaning challenge, which is old, but I think that this information is still very useful. And then a daily schedule. It's just a lot going on in this home section. Projects I want to complete, to clean schedule, and just some random fill paper as well. So that's all that's in this particular section. Then we get to meal planning, and you guys know I love meal planning. So I have the at a glance pages for meal planning. And then I also have items to keep on hand, and I've got some shopping list inserts. This is for me to write in what we're having for dinner. Then I put the carbs because of keto, and then I write the ingredients. These are awesome. I love these. They're just random pages. They are called ruled 4-column pages. So these have been super helpful as well. Then we've got the 2-column pages, just random fill paper, recipe card inserts, and that is it for meal planning. Then we get to family. I have my Sunday routine, little sticky note there. We've got a schedule here, sample schedule for Addison, especially when she gets back to school. And then to do during the pandemic, I had just created a list of that. My block schedule here, along with my color code key down here at the bottom. Then I've got daily routine inserts. This is routines at the top, as you can see. And then we've got daily routine and night routine. And then we've got a Sunday routine. And we've got Addison's weekly routine. So these, I just love writing things down, as you guys can see. So I was trying to implement a routine for each person in our family, but as you can see, I only got to Addison. And then we've got another one of those clear pages, which I told you are stackable. They're made out of like a plastic material, and I stacked it with a vellum. And then we've got the financial section. Right here is really nothing but just the vellum. Then financial, and in that section, I put the 30-day challenge that I'm doing right now, which I'm not doing so well with. These are 30-day challenge inserts, so I keep those in there. And then I wrote a little list of bills, and then an order tracker here. And that is it for this section, because you guys know finances is done a completely different way. I've got a little side pocket with some meal planner inserts. This is just a adhesive pocket that I stuck to the dashboard, so I can stick that in there. Then we get to health. I have my blood pressure log, and then fitness is at the top. Remember, I told you we have top tabs and side tabs. And then here is just our food log inserts. These are just very simple inserts for you to log in just your food, what you're eating, your workout and all that, the time. And so these will be purged into that fitness planner we talked about earlier. And then I have my low carb snacks and a little clip here that I pinned that together with some keto on the go meals to keep on hand. Just a lot of stuff about keto is in this section. Then we come to faith. I don't have that much stuff here since I have a whole full planner for that. All I do is I keep a few daily text inserts, points to remember, and then my weekly schedule. And then we get to school. School doesn't start for us until August 4th. So this will be filled with lots of good things because she's gonna have a new teacher. She's gonna be in 2nd grade. Malachi's homeschooled, so he kind of does his own thing. But this is gonna get filled up with lots of things. So we'll do a homeschool video sometime in the future so I can share with you guys kind of how we're getting ramped up. Then we get to our goals fold out vision board. You guys remember this thing that kind of folds out. I didn't write everything in for this year, if I'm being honest with you guys, but I still keep it here, and I do cross off those goals that I have been able to complete. This is actually the personal section. I have some things that you can track in your planner here. I've got a reading log. I've got 50 best practices for living a well-designed life, how to become a minimalist, some things that I had ordered or that I wanted to order, some shows I wanted to binge watch, some doodles, which I've done all of this stuff. Ooh, and I kind of did snag a brand deal too, because I am working with the Container Store, which is awesome. I reached 60K on YouTube. I'm over 60K now, 50K on Instagram. I launched a stationery box, and then the last thing was to snag a brand deal. I just write some dreams and things that I want to accomplish here. It could be business related or anything related. I just dump it all here. And then we have a natural hair regimen, and then some bucket list inserts, and that is pretty much it for that section. Then we get to self-care. So as you guys can see, there's a lot going on, right? In self-care, we've got a vitamin regimen, we've got skincare regimen, immune building foods, self-care for the mind. So this is really focused on all things self-care, which I'm trying to do better at this year. Then we've got a brain dump section, and this is literally where I just dump everything out. I just stick random things in here till I can find a place for them. So we've just got some more lists there, some content ideas, an inbox, and that's pretty much it. So that really does need to be cleaned out because that section is a hot mess. Then we've got lists. You guys know I do have a full list making planner, which we're going to talk about shortly, but I do keep some lists in here too. So to do in Atlanta, to do in the spring, I have my camping ideas, and that is pretty much it for that section. Then we get to notes from the top tab. And in this section, I just keep fill paper, blank fill paper, so that I can use it to replenish the other sections. And then back here, we've got both of our pens that we are using attached to this dashboard, some sticky notes, and then one of our pocket folders with some random things inside of it. And then these are task cards. So as you can see on both sides, it's got the task card, and it's labeled at the top by whatever that task card is. And I just keep them in the back here along with just a piece of grid paper and some sticky notes in the back. So this is my most important planner, my catch-all planner, and that is first up in my lineup, and it is very essential to my life. I mean, if I didn't have this planner, I would be a hot mess. And I still am somewhat of a hot mess, but I would be even more so if I didn't have this planner. So trust me, you don't want to see that. You want me to have it together somewhat, and so this is very essential to that. All right, so the next planner is just as important to me, just a little bit less than my catch-all, but it is my business and social media planner. So I recently changed to this Foxy Fix cover. It is the white leather cover. It is one of their perfect fit covers, just in case you're wondering, but I believe Foxy Fix went out of business. So that's a real bummer because we all loved Foxy Fix. And so I had 3 of these on hand, this color, a teal, and a pink. So I'll be transitioning out into different things. You guys know how I roll. I did have this in the Notique cover, which I am obsessed with as well. It's the mauve color. It was so pretty, but I just have to have a switch up every now and then. So this is also chunky as well because there's so much going on in this planner. Also, it is how I track everything when it comes to business. This is how I grow and thrive and figure out new ideas and all of that. This is so essential to my business. I would definitely recommend a business planner if you don't have one and you're trying to start a business or you're trying to grow on social media. You got to have a planner for that. And so I am going to take you back over to my overhead view so you can kind of take a peek inside of this. You can see how it's structured, and I'll talk to you a little bit more. All right, next up is business and social. Now, last time I did a flip through of business and social, you guys were like, I can't really see anything because there were so many sections that I couldn't show you because there were ideas and projects and stuff that were coming up that I just couldn't talk about. And so the same thing still applies. But I thought I would just give you a quick, preview of kind of how things are structured. And so all of my tabs here, we have tabs in 4 different sizes in our shop: classic, mini, A5, and half letter. So this is a mini size planner. So my tabs on the side are calendar, shop, goals, finance, brands, reference. Then we've got blog, Patreon, ideas, social media, PR teams, and events. And then on the top, we've got a place that gets me to the month. This is one of our little page holders, and I have some sticky notes attached to it. Then we've got today, And then we have stationery box, collabs, to buy, and to do. So that is all of my sections. So just to really quickly show you the beginning of this, and that's probably all I'm gonna show you, just because I don't wanna have to keep saying I can't show you that or blurring stuff out. So I have my 2021 at a glance, and then I have some little sticker dots here and back in one of our adhesive folders, and that is just attached to one of our frosted no tab dashboards. And then I've got a little inspiration at the top. We have the paper clip, the circle paper clip attached to vellum. And then here we have dots, which I use all the time, transparent sticky flags, and date dots, which I use all the time as well. This is one of our pockets as well, one of our credit card pockets, and they fit in there perfectly. This is the current card that we're using in packaging and shipping orders. And then I have an inbox vellum right here that I use to attach some sticky notes to write down some random things. We have 2021 vellum, same as in my catch-all planner that I just showed you, to pre-plan some things out. And then we have the calendar section attached to that. As you can see, I have our follow-up new sticky notes. I showed you the other two that were new in the other planner, and then these are fairly new. They came in the home management stationery box. When that relaunches, these will be relaunching along with it. So I just stuck it to the divider dashboard. And then we get to IG photo ideas. So I use this every single week to get ideas on what to post on social. And then the videos that I have filmed for the week, I write them down here, so that way I already know what I have filmed and what I don't have filmed. And then we get to July. I typically keep, I think, 3 months, 2 or 3 months in here. And so this is July. I planned out my whole entire month. As you can see, every single video that we are going to post, as you can see, we are in the week of the 12th. And so I already did the plan with me. I filmed my 10 habits of successful business owners. I said I was going to do a recipe card video or something else on that day. I think I switched that up. And then how to create a routine, and then how to create chore cards. Oh, my planner lineup, which is what I'm filming right now. So I have to write them down, and I pre-plan my whole entire month out, and that just helps me figure out what ideas I want to get. And where that is pulled from is I have an ideas section in this planner. So when I get to that, I'll show you those. And so I put one of these in every week. This is our YouTube planner checklist, just so I can know some points I want to make sure I pull out in the video. It has a script, supplies, costs. If you need to mention someone in the video, it has a section for that, a section for notes, the video title there. It's got a ton of things here on the front side for you to track. And then also the back side, we have a video checklist, a video promo checklist, and then the stats. So these are awesome, awesome. These are really popular at our shop. And then we've got the other half of the spread, and I just added a little sticky note here. So that's last week. And then this is this week. So I have a little adhesive pocket here that acts as just a little pocket for me to slide things in, along with one of our jumbo teardrop paper clips that I have some other notes and stuff pinned to the back of. But this is how this week looks. I decided to start tracking and writing in all of my social posts. So that way I know what I'm doing, because to be honest with you guys, social is very overwhelming for me. And sometimes I'm like, what do I post? I don't know what to post. I can do a pretty good job of coming up with content in terms of YouTube. When it comes to posting to Instagram and all that other stuff, you guys, I be struggling. So I need to write it down. And so I decided to start tracking that. So again, with these inserts, this is the 10 habits of successful business owners, little checklist I created for myself. So as I was going through the videos, hitting certain points, I would check them off. And then creating a routine. I did film the intro to all of these videos, but I didn't film the whole video. So when I get ready to film the whole actual video, I'll come here and write the script in, and then I'll be ready to go for it, and I can reference it during the video. And then this is the other half of the spread. I did also go ahead and plan next week. You guys saw that on YouTube. And so the next month, I believe I have vertical week on 2 inserts. So I'm going to pre-plan this out soon, and then I'm going to go back to my vertical week on 2. I like to go back and forth. At the end of this section, I do have some daily work planner inserts. I like these because on those days when you don't, or those weeks when you don't want to plan out a whole week, you just can write in some key things on these pages. So I keep those in there, and then we get to shop. Now I'm not going to be able to show you pretty much anything in shop, you guys, because there's just so much going on in here. And I've got a lot of fill paper in there as well. And so that's it for shop. Well, actually that's it for shop for the most part. I do have a top tab for stationery box. And this is just stuff that I like to add to stationery boxes. Okay, that's not something I have to block off. And so this is just some random things that I like to add to all of my stationery boxes. It is double-sided. Yeah. And so there's some other things there as well. This is for our planner box that we release every single year. I'm jotting down some ideas for that. And then let's get to the goals section. So I have some decorative stuff there, and then this was the flyer or the mailer for the stationery box. So pretty. This was everything that was included, so I like to keep that in here because it just looks good, and I like to just keep things as a memento. And so next up we have our yearly overview. I do one for Fancy Plans Co. and one for At Home with Quita 2021, so I'm not going to open it up because this has the schedule of everything that we're releasing for the rest of the year. And then same thing for At Home with Quita. I have all of my projects and all of that stuff, my posts and everything like that. And actually I can't show you that. I don't think I have anything here that I'm not supposed to show you. So this is my schedule of posts, so I make sure that I don't forget. And then these were some goals that I had written on our goals pages. And so I'm not going to show you those either because these have pretty much everything that's included in there. So I'm just going to flip through that really quick. See, this is what I didn't want to have to do. That's why I said I'm just going to give you a quick overview. So then we have the finance section. We have the brand section. This just has like scripts and things that I've gathered over the years. And I really love Maddie James. She has a lot of good things and she's very helpful in terms of giving you tips on how to get brand deals. So I wrote down some brands I want to work with, a brand strategy, some notes from Maddie James, her podcast, how to pitch brands. I'm contemplating signing up for her Pitch Please when it reopens. We'll see. But this is just where I write notes on brands. So that's a strategy that I'm working towards. And it's been a little challenging, but I know I'll get the hang of it. I just have so much going on that it's so hard for me to focus on that. But I know that I need to make it a priority because it's a goal of mine. I want to get more brand deals. And then this is reference. And reference, this was the video, the 10 Habits for Successful Business Owners that I filmed. I wrote down all the tips that I could think of. There are more than 10, so I'm going to do another video sometime in the future. Then we have some books I want to read, and then we have some useful apps, and then some film paper. And that is it. So next we get to my blog. I wrote down some blog topic ideas because I do want to get more into blogging. And then Patreon hasn't been updated. I do have some things I need to write there. And then we've got to do within the Patreon tab. As you can see from the top, we've got a top tab. Then we have ideas. This is a very essential section for me. This is where I come and dump out all of my ideas. So these are standard video ideas for YouTube, nothing specific, just standard. So like monthly plan with me, menu plan with me, fitness plan with me, school plan with me, project, haul, unboxing. Those are all standard video ideas that when I'm grasping for something to post, I can look here to get something standard. I do also have all of these home management ideas for a home management planner. This is all of the inserts that hopefully will be eventually created for the home management system. So it's a huge project, and so we're just trying to chip away at it. And then this is drilling down to those videos. So when I'm looking for a specific topic, I'll come here. So I have planner videos, more planner videos, home videos, business, organization, fitness, self-care, unboxings, craft, lifestyle, using how to use Fancy Plan stationery, cleaning, cooking with Quita, Planner 101, productivity. So super huge thing is coming soon when it comes to helping you guys to figure out from start to finish how to get fully involved in this planner community and figure out how to plan your life for, in order to be more productive people like you want to be. So I'm working on a series, so stay tuned for more details on that. So that's where all of my ideas are stored, and that's pretty much it for that section. Then we get social media, I have TikTok ideas, YouTube ideas, Instagram hacks. I had a Q&A I was supposed to do, so I wanted to gather my thoughts and write down all of the answers, how I want my video to be structured. I have an Instagram feed planner, which is just a standard feed planner. And then I have just more ideas on social. And then we have PR teams, which has nothing really here yet. Events, which nobody's going to events yet, unless you count Go Wild, which is probably the next big event that a lot of people are going to, I myself included. And so once I start seeing what events are out there that I can attend safely, I will write those in there. Then we have this week's sticky notes, and then in the back I just have fill paper, along with more task cards, by the way. These are all business specific, and they are double-sided as well. The only difference is that they don't have that top tab to tell me what each thing is for, but I've got a ton of things here, in terms of task notes or task cards rather, and kind of how to stay organized using task cards. I think it's a great system. I just don't always implement it But when I do, I typically don't remove this and put this in the planner and then put it back on here. I just use this as a guide to show myself what I should be planning for so that I don't forget. All right, so that is that. That is my business and social media planner. This cover is so cute. I'll be transitioning back out of this at some point and back into my Notique, I'm sure. So that's next up. As you guys can see, there's a lot of moving parts. So I wanted to show you at least what I could. And so that's business and social. So next up, I have recently re-implemented a catch-all planner back into my life. And so what I was finding when it came to not having this was that I would be looking for a pen or looking for somewhere to write something and I wouldn't have it. And so I decided to add this back to my purse. I really don't use this on a day-to-day basis. It's only for when I'm on the go. If I need to refer to anything that I've written down that I wrote down specifically for me to reference to while I'm on the go. And it's also for me to be able to jot down any notes I need to jot down. It has 2 pens in here, so anytime I need a pen, I am covered. And so it was really essential that I implemented this back. I don't know how I was able to survive for the last year or so without it. And so this is a Filofax ring bound planner. It is in personal size, but I'm thinking that personal wide inserts will probably fit as well. And so if you want to go that route, it is in the, I believe this is called the stone gray color as well. So it's more of like a true gray. And I think it's just so pretty. I love it. It has been so helpful in the short time that I've re-implemented it. So again, with the overhead view, you guys know I like to show you things in motion. I like to show you how things are set up. I think I am a visual person and you are as well. And so you want to see how this looks. So let's head on over to the overhead view and I'll show you how this thing is structured and we'll talk about more about how I use it. All right, my catch-all planner, right? Okay, very simple planner, okay? I told you guys there's not much to this planner. So we have some sections here: calendar, tracker, list to go, brain dump, inbox. And then we have here some stamps, some receipts. I mean, there's really just odd stuff in here. And then we have some cards here. And that's pretty much it on the sidebar. And so what I really use this planner for is the monthly. So as you can see, I've written in everything that I need to do for July. And so that way when I'm on the go, I can look here and I can let someone know if we're available. This is the main thing that I use this for. I don't always use the tracker sections and all of this. I do use the list section, like when I went to IKEA and I wanted to write down everything that I wanted. I wrote it all here. So some stuff I use, guys, but I have to be honest, I don't really use this planner that much for anything outside of taking a quick note or looking at the schedule to see if we're available. But I've got some sticky notes back here. I've got a pouch, a little folder, and that's pretty much it. 2 pens. I have my Papermate flare, and then I also have the Muji pen as well. So this is essential for me on the go only. So I just keep this in my purse. All right, so these last 2 planners are in my lineup. They're totally a part of it. They're very essential, even though I don't use them on a day-to-day basis. So these aren't planners that I'm reaching for daily. They're typically only used once a week for me to grab inserts, purge things out of my planner to put them in, and then at the end of the year, for one of the planners, I'll be able to flip through to see progress. So I just thought I would mention that to you guys. These aren't planners that I'm using on a day-to-day basis. First up is my recipe keeper. So this is a Notique cover, and I'm not sure the actual name of this, but it's like a brown, super gorgeous, great for the fall. And so this is where I keep my recipe binder system. So this has all of my recipes in it. It has meal plan ideas, you name it, it's pretty much here. I also, just to let you guys know, am working on creating a full meal planner. It's so long overdue. I do have one in our shop, but it needs to be revamped. So I'm working on that as we speak. It is going to be jam-packed, and I think you guys are going to love it. So for now, this will have to do, and it has been working. And so let's go ahead and head back over to the desk so I can show you how this looks on the inside. All right, recipe planning. My favorite part of planning, by the way, just in case you didn't know, that is a fun fact. So this cover is from our shop. It is a part of our meal planning collection. We've got some gray discs here, which are super pretty. And then you guys have seen this so many times before, but just to quickly show you an overview, we have some recipe cards in here. These are photos of recipes I want to plan for. I've got some sample meal plans here, shopping list, and then recipe cards. So some stuff is planned for, some stuff isn't. And I just keep this And so what I do is I just pull out the recipe. I typically cook 3 times a week, so I'm gonna pull out 3 recipes, take them and put them in my catch-all planner so that way I have them for reference, and then I'll put them back in here when I'm done. So again, this is a work in progress. I do have a Happy Planner recipe keeper, which is jam-packed, and I do use that from time to time, but what I'm really working on is transitioning those recipes out of there and into this planner. This eventually will go to my son or Addison, or my son's wife rather, or well, I don't know, he may be the cook of the family. And so that way they'll have all of our family recipes. And so I thought that would be a good idea to kind of pass this down to them. So I'm still working on this, and that is just very essential for me to make sure I'm meal planning and I know exactly what our family's having for dinner. So recipe keeper and meal planner is next. This is the most underutilized planner in my whole entire planner system, and that's my fitness planner. You guys, this has been a real struggle, which I'm sure it has been for you guys as well. Your whole fitness journey probably has been just very similar to mine, hit or miss. And that's what my life is right now. But I do keep it because I feel like by keeping it, I'm still committing to it somewhat. And I feel like at some point in the future, hopefully it will stick. And so I still like to have it here. And so this is, again, because I'm obsessed with Notique, as you guys already know, a super gorgeous like rose pink Notique cover. It doesn't really have a pattern to it. It's just a very, basic leather cover. And on the inside, I've got all of my fitness stuff. And what I typically do when it comes to this is I'll purge it out. Well, not necessarily purge, but I'll take out those inserts for that specific month. I'll put them in that section in my catch-all planner, and that's kind of how I work when it comes to tracking fitness. So, desk view, okay? Need I say more? Let's go ahead and head on over there so I can show you how this looks on the inside. All right, fitness planner, right? This is just such an underutilized planner, and I need to do better. So I'm gonna work on it. That's all I can say. I can't, it's just all about for me just to keep trying, I'm never giving up. So I have some stickers here on the side. These are all fitness related stickers, and they just stay kind of tucked in this folder here. I also have some more, let me slide you in. I also have some random stickers here that I use for planning as well. I have some transparent sticky notes, some pink transparent sticky notes, and a little bow paper clip there. Then when we open up, I did actually do a whole video on setting this up on YouTube, so you can always go and check that out if you're looking for a video on how to put together a planner from start to finish. That video was super helpful to a lot of you. So we've got our cover page there. We have more task cards because we love task cards. And I have some other things on the back that I use a lot of. And then we have everything organized by month. This is my one and only planner that I have everything organized by month. And so what I typically do is I'll come in, I'll grab the inserts that I'm using for that month, I'll put them in catch-all, and then when I'm done with them, I'll take them out of catch-all and put them back here. So this planner is an awesome setup. I mean, I set it up really nicely. I just need to use it a little bit more often. I do also have in here, which we'll probably be coming back out with again in the future. These are actually double-sided. I always give myself the rejects, but we had some dashboards that we were using that are made of a thick cardstock that have different little patterns on them. And so we'll be adding those back eventually. They were super popular. We sold them out and then we just never restocked them. So we'll be restocking those soon because they were pretty popular. So stay tuned for that. But they've just got some random neutral patterns on them that are really cute. And so inside of each one of these is the monthly insert that goes for that particular month. And so at the end here, after you get through all of that, these are just only the monthly inserts. Then we get to some different subjects. So we've got recipes, goals, trackers, resources, measurements, and reflection. And so within this section, we've just got some keto stuff. We've got a recipe card or 2 or 3 or more. And these are just going to be fitness recipes, or I'm sorry, weight loss recipes specifically. And so I haven't quite figured out the system in terms of getting them back and forth between this planner and my recipe keeper. So we'll figure all that sometime in the future. And then we've got goals, and then trackers, resources, and this just literally has filled paper. And we've got resources, and that has a ton of different things, and measurements and reflections. So as you can see, I need to get back on it. But I love this planner. We also have a rose gold metal pen, really nice quality. And it has our logo, Fancy Plans Co. on it. So this is really pretty. And I think I have a few more of these left. And I just keep that tucked in this pocket over here. I only keep 1 pen on this planner. And that is it for fitness and all of that jazz. Okay, so I saved the best for last, and then I have a notable mention after I talk to you about this next planner, which is my faith planner. As you guys know, faith is so important to me. It makes me who I am. It strengthens me. It gives me hope. I have to have my faith planner. So I do a combination of digital and paper planning when it comes to faith planning. And this thing is massive. This is my classic planner. Now, I did do a full flip through of this on my channel, so I'll try to remember to link it, but you guys know I'm horrible at that sort of thing. I don't always remember to link things. So just ask me if you have any questions about it and I'll point you to that video. But I did a full flip through. I showed you how this was structured. We just had a good old time chatting about this planner. This is a Notique cover in, what is this pattern? This is the lizard pattern, I believe. It's so gorgeous, as you can see, and it's got the gold accents there. It is chunky as well, but this had to be chunky. I mean, out of all my planners, if this wasn't chunky, there probably was a problem. And so we love this planner. It has everything. So again, we have to show it to you, and so that way you can see the inside of it. I'll give you a sneak peek because again, I do have that video on my channel where I show you it all. And so we'll head on over to overhead so I can show you just a little bit of this. Faith planner. All right, so side action. So I've just got some random things here, a little service schedule right there. Then we've got sticky notes here. We've got some journaling cards from Notique there, and that's all I keep there. I don't keep anything in the side pockets. Then right here, I have some letters that I need to mail out after our Sunday letter writing. So just to quickly give you sections, because again, I do have a full video on this, so I'm really not going to go through this video here or this planner here because I just did one recently. So sections: calendar, this week, daily text, ministry, goals, ideas. Then we have family worship, personal, publication, scripture, character, historical. And then we've got a little pouch back here for some stickers, a Sharpie S-Gel pen in black, and then I also have a Tombow. And this is for hand lettering, but I don't really do hand lettering. I really use that for highlighting. And then we also have a Papermate Flare pen at the top. So as you can see, I love my Papermate Flare pens. And so again, check that video out on my YouTube channel if you want to see exactly how this thing is structured. But I pretty much used all our inserts. We do have faith planning inserts, and we also have inserts that are specific to my faith. So there's something for everybody. And just to give you a quick flip through, and I'm constantly adding more pages, and because this thing gets pretty full. And so I use our inserts. We have faith specific inserts from my faith, and then we also have some just faith, general faith planning inserts in the shop. So this thing is jam-packed with lots of different things, and it just is so full right now that I almost feel like I can't fit anything else, but I have to fit it. So I do a combination of this and digital. And so this is just what works for me. I have more fill paper for letter writing. I'm constantly replenishing that section. I also keep this paper in here because it doesn't have the punches on there. And this is what I use for letter writing as well. And I've got some thank you cards, some daily text stuff. You guys, this planner is just awesome. And it's fairly new to my lineup. And so I'm working on just, you know, figuring out how to use both digital and this because sometimes it is a little bit tricky to do them both. So this is a classic size planner. So it's the largest planner in my collection, and it is just super gorgeous. So that is faith. All right, so now it's time for that notable mention I was talking about earlier. This also is not a planner that I reach for on a daily basis, but I'm obsessed with making lists. You guys know that. So this is my list making planner. Again, all of my covers are from Notique, just in case you're wondering. This is like a quilted sort of pattern. It's super gorgeous. It is in skinny classic size, but I believe she calls it slim size. And this thing is just all about list making. I did also do an in-depth view of this as well. So if you want to see it in depth, because in my overhead view that I'm about to move over to, I'm just going to share with you just a little bit of this. But because I'm such a list maker, it's only natural that I would have a whole notebook dedicated to lists, right? So I'll go in here every now and then and just look at some lists because I do have a ton of different lists and get ideas on different things that we can do as a family, different things that I can do project-wise. It just helps me to dump everything out. And so that way I can just refer to it whenever I need to and gives me inspiration. So overhead view so I can show you. All right, now on to the notable mention that we talked about earlier. Is my list maker's notebook. I do also have a full video of this, so I'm not really going to do too much flipping through, you guys, but it's so cute. And all it has is just literally lists. So the lists that I am creating right now are to do, of course, to go, to buy, to learn, to create, to read, goals, ideas, projects, home, wish list, brain dump. Those are all of the lists. I do also keep a little folder back here from the Happy Planner. I used to use all Happy Planner products, so I have all of these lists that I need to rewrite on our paper. And then I have a same pen, a Sharpie Edge Gel pen in black. I do also have my Muji pen with one of our pen loops. And then this was like, oh, questions that you can ask your kid when they come home from school. So I just love lists, you guys. I also have a list of lists that I want to make. So these are some lists that I want to create. So I am just a list maker at heart. So this planner is so cute. I love the size of it. Again, it's skinny classic. I love the pattern. And so this is list makers. Again, I don't reach for this on a day-to-day basis. It's just every now and then when I want to write a list or when I want to refer to a list. Okay, I do have another notable mention. I realized that I have more planners than I thought I did. So this is my journal. So this just stays in my on-the-go bag, my bag that I showed you guys recently on Instagram. And I think I showed it to you here as well, what's in my bag. This stays in that bag. It has my, my laptop, my planners, it has everything in that bag. So this is a journal. And so all I do with this is I just take it out when I'm feeling like I want to get my thoughts out, and we get it all out here. So I'm not going to show this to you, but it is a cover that I got on Amazon, and there's a specific name for this cover, you guys, so don't kill me. I'll try to link it below. Oh, Moterm. So it's a super pretty soft leather and like a rosy pink as well. And this is just great for journaling. So this is what I use this for. So this is it. Okay. And then this is my journal. I'll just open up right here just to show you this because this is so private to me that I'm not gonna show you guys what's in here. My deeper, most inner thoughts, okay? The cover is from Moterm, and then this is a specific journal, you guys. And I cannot believe, I cannot remember which journal it is, but it's very, very popular. And I don't recall what the name of it is. You guys are gonna kill me, but you know what it is. Oh wait, maybe it's on the side here. Stylogy. Yes, this is a Stylogy. So I'm new to that whole world, but I know there's a whole community of you. But I love the paper in here. And so all I do literally is just write out my thoughts at the end of the day. I have sticky notes here, and I have page flags, and then I have a simplicity card. And that is it. That is it, you guys. So those are all of my planners that I reach for either on a day-to-day basis or on an every now basis or a reference basis. And they are all essential to keeping me organized, keeping me on track with what I need to do. And I love them all. And I feel like I'm in such a good place when it comes to my planner lineup. And I definitely had more than I thought I had. But again, the only two that I really reach for on a day-to-day basis besides faith planning is my catch-all planner and my business and social media planner. The other planners are stored on my shelf behind me, and I reach for them like the recipe keeper, and then also the list maker's notebook. Those all stay on the shelf, and my fitness planner, that stays on the shelf. I just pull the inserts out that I need for that week, fill up my catch-all planner, and then at the end of the month, I'll take them out and purge them back into that planner. So that way at the end of the year, I can look it over, I can flip through all of those pages, I can see how I did, any improvements I need to make. I have it all on paper, and for me, I need to be able to see that. And so that is it for my planner lineup. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. You see how different I am. I mean, I still have a ton of planners, okay, let's be honest, but I don't use them all in the same way that I used to use them before. I feel like I've grown a lot, I've changed a lot, my style has changed, and I really like who I am. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you got a little inspiration out of it. You found maybe some notique covers you want to pick up for your planner collection, and hopefully you'll go and grab those planner covers that you want, because you definitely will love her. Quality is great. So hopefully you guys will consider subscribing to my channel, especially if you're new here. Hopefully you'll give me a thumbs up on this video if you enjoyed it, and you will come back, stop by, catch another video, please. I hope you will, in which case I'll see you then.